Good afternoon, everyone. So, 1.5 is out. Everyone's excited. Everyone's grinding for gear. Everyone's trying to get that damn Barrett's bulletproof vest. Unfortunately, very few people have been able to get it, including myself. I haven't been able to yet. I thought I'd make a quick video just to show you the gear I've updated. I'm still running a Predator's Mark. It's changed a little bit. But I thought I'll go through it and show you what I've got. So, starting with my weapons. Right now I have an MP5 as my primary. 18.9 base damage, pretty good. Unforgiving, destructive, and vicious. The talents have changed really. You don't necessarily have to have deadly, brutal, responsive anymore to have a good weapon. This thing hits pretty hard, does a lot of damage. I've got an extended magazine with crit damage and crit chance. Now, something that's changed a little bit, and I've been thinking about this. I truly believe that for high rate of fire weapons such as the LVOA, the FAMAS, the MP5, the MP7, I don't think you want a magazine with rate of fire on it, quite honestly, because it's already firing really fast. I think you're far better done by to have an extended magazine with crit chance and crit damage. I only have this one. I don't know if they're rare. I don't have the blueprint to craft any. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for them. I think I've deconstructed several of them, not even paying attention. Optics, crit chance, crit damage, headshot damage. Muzzle, crit chance, crit damage, headshot damage, reduced threat. Suppressors are still a must in my opinion. Grip, you definitely want crit damage. You don't need stability on an MP5 or any of the SMGs as far as I'm concerned. They're already really stable. Accuracy and reload speed, well, that's fine. Doesn't really matter if you have optimal range. Reload speed is nice, but whether it's accuracy or optimal range doesn't really matter that much. My secondary at the moment is a FAMAS. 16,000 base damage right now, and I'll show you that changes depending on what gloves I have on. Destructive, unforgiving, and uncomplicated. Uncomplicated is an interesting talent they've come up with in 1.5. 15% damage bonus is huge, but you have to have no accuracy or stability mods. If you're running an Alpha Bridge and the FAMAS is your secondary weapon, but you have stability and accuracy, say on a LVOA, it will be reduced. So I have absolutely no stability or accuracy mods on this. I have extended magazine, crit chance, crit damage. Like I said, I guess I do have two. This thing already fires really fast. To get an extra 40 or 50 rounds per minute, in my opinion, isn't as good as having crit chance and crit damage on it. Optics, headshot damage, crit chance, crit damage. Suppressor, I would like to have a better suppressor. This one's okay, but I think you can get up to about 18 or 19% crit damage on it. But again, the trifecta, crit chance, crit damage, headshot damage, reduced threat. And my grip, crit damage, optimal range, and reload speed. You'll notice absolutely no accuracy or stability mods on this. Now, the interesting thing about the FAMAS is it does kick quite a bit, but it kicks differently than the other assault rifles. Like the LVOA kicks kind of straight up and to the side. The FAMAS just kind of jumps around left and right a lot, so you can actually get away with it. You really don't need to have stability on it to make it viable. Okay, so I'm still running 4 Predator's Mark, except I've changed it up a little bit. So my Predator's Mark chest, pretty decent rolls. I would like to have ammo capacity on this. I have tried to get higher armor. I've spent up to, I think I'm up to 3.2 million credits for the next roll to try and get higher armor. The machine just hates me. I just can't seem to get any higher, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. But again, I have stamina mods with armor and firearms mods with armor. Mask, you really want enemy armor damage. I think 9% is the maximum you can get as a secondary attribute or a minor attribute. But I've got crit chance, enemy armor damage. This is pretty well rolled. And again, I've got a stamina mod with armor. My knee pads, Predator's Mark knee pads. This is fairly well rolled. Obviously, 1272 is the highest firearms you can get, but I needed to roll armor on these. My armor is almost maxed out. And then I have another stamina mod with armor and first aid self-heal. 6% is the max you can get for that. My holster, this is not a bad holster. It's not perfect by any means, but it's not bad. Really would like the stamina to be a lot higher, but I'm not going to be greedy at the moment. I've only played 1.5 3 times. I'm going to do a little bit of running today, but this is the best I could come up with so far. And a first aid self-heal on there. I'm finding with the level 34 NPCs, you need to be a little tankier than a 1.4. 1.4 I could just face tank everything. 1.5 I'm finding I really can't. I'm going to skip my gloves for a second. I'm going to go up to my specialized backpack. This was really well rolled. Almost max across the board ammo capacity, which is nice. And again, a stamina mod with armor. I bought these stamina mods in the DZ at the checkpoint. And I have Seeker Mine damage on here because I'm running Seeker Mine talent for bleed. Now, I'm going to go to my gloves. These gloves aren't bad. They could be a 0.5% higher on crit chance and 1% higher on crit damage. SMG damage could actually be over 1,000, so they're not bad, but they're not great. They're okay. Sometimes I'll switch, and I'm going to change this so you can see it. I'll switch to these Savage gloves, which actually boost my stats, but this is when I'm running the FAMAS as my main most of the time. These gloves are not great either. Damage to elites is okay, but I would really prefer to have crit damage on here. The firearms roll is really good, but the rest of it is so-so. Crit chance could be 1% higher. If that damage to elites was 16% crit chance, these gloves would be absolutely god rolled. Unfortunately, they're not, and you can only recalibrate one thing at a time, so this is what I've got to deal with right now. So my skills, I'm running booster shot. Lots of people run overheal. Personally, I prefer to do more damage and down an NPC as fast as I can. I may switch that later, but for now, booster shot's pretty good, and it really boosts my toughness and my firearms while it's in effect. And I'll show you that in a minute. My Seeker Mines, doing decent damage because my skill power is like 108,000, so not too bad, and that's thanks to the specialized backpack. So almost 40,000 per Seeker Mine times 5. It's good for crowd control, if nothing else. It's not going to down anybody in World Tier 5, but it's going to be good for crowd control. My talents right now, I have Shrapnel for bleed. I have Precision to pulse enemies with a headshot. I did put Steady Hands on. Again, I did a video about this. Steady Hands give you 25% reduced recoil for 10 seconds every time you bump off cover, whether you stay there or not. That helps with the FAMAS quite a bit. And then Chain Reaction. Oh, excuse me. On the move. On the move for me is mandatory. I'm always moving. I never stay in cover very long, and the NPCs are a lot smarter in 1.5 than they were in 1.4, so if you stay in cover for too long and you're anywhere near them, they're going to flank you. And they're going to flank you on both sides, and you're going to die, especially if you're running solo. So on the move is really beneficial, I find. A couple other weapons I have not found a good LVOA yet. I've found a couple lightweight M4s. This one I have not re-rolled. I probably won't re-roll it just because I don't like Adept. This one isn't bad. Destructive, Unforgiving, and Brutal. Pretty nice weapon. Pretty high base damage. All around great firearm. The lightweight M4 is an LVOA, just a variant of it. I have this MP5 I crafted. Vicious, Destructive, and Brutal. Well rolled. Decent base damage. Another MP7 with Brutal, Responsive, and Deadly. I also rolled this. Base damage could be a lot higher, but it's okay. So, I'll show you really quickly a couple of rounds. So this is the MP5, dead stable, quick rate of fire. I mean, just stable as all hell. Oh, and here's something you might like to see too. Crit chance and crit damage is not dead. My base crit chance is 37%, my crit damage is 108, my headshot damage is 61 with the MP5. I'm critting quite a bit, especially if somebody pulses. I'm almost maxed on pulse. I'm going to go down to my toughness, 378. I'd like that to be a lot higher, but I can live with it for now. My armor mitigation, I'm sitting at 53.5. I can get it up to 54.5, but I haven't been able to get it any higher than that yet. But it's working so far. Now the FAMAS. Remember, I have absolutely no stability and no accuracy on this weapon at all. Okay? It's still manageable. But you'll see how it jumps around left and right more than up and down. Basically, you have to kind of burst, you know, 10, 20 rounds at a time. Makes it a lot easier. Booster shot really bumps things up, and I'll show you. My DPS on my MP5 is 366, my toughness goes up to 445, and my DPS on my FAMAS is 362 and change. So all around, not bad. I'm still playing with it, and I'm trying to find better items, but for now, that's my Predator's Mark build. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. There'll be more videos coming out very soon. Have a great day, everyone.